Namaste, yogis. Welcome to this video. This is going to be a healthy heart yoga. It shouldn't be too long. And we're going to be doing this video as a part of my series, Yoga for Weight Loss. So whether you're on a weight loss journey or not, you can join this practice and get up out of the couch, get up, stop doing your doom scrolling, and start to sweat. We're going to bring the heart rate up in this class quite a bit, and we're going to do lots of inversions where we have the head below the heart. So if you do have problems with your heart or your blood pressure, please consult a doctor before you take on any kind of yoga practice. Cool. So we're going to begin today standing. So you can come onto your mat, bring the feet under the hips. Take a moment to ground through the balls of the feet and the heels. Find your foundation. We might choose to have an active mountain here, so you might want to engage the tops of the thighs. You can even work with Mula Bandha and contract the pelvic floor and the belly, perhaps. Drop the shoulder blades down and back. Tuck the chin in slightly and close the eyes if you feel you need to. Cool. Take a deep inhale in with all of that active pulling up. Exhale to release. Great. Take a deep inhale, cleansing breath. Exhale. Inhale all the way down to the base of the spine. And exhale. Great, we're going to begin by creating circles with the shoulders. Inhale to bring the shoulders up towards the ears, squeeze everything up. Exhale, drop the shoulder blades down and back. Cool. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, down and back. Start to move with your own breath. Follow your own rhythm. And change the direction. So bringing the shoulders back, up and forward and down. Great. Inhaling to come up, exhaling to come down, always. Great, do one more circle. And release. You can open the eyes if you want, or you can just follow my voice. And we'll create big circles with the arms. Inhaling to reach the arms up. Exhaling to drop the arms down. Continuing to warm up the shoulders. We're going to use the shoulders a lot today and also the wrists. So if you have any existing injuries, anything like that, just be careful. Great, move as you breathe. Breathe as you move. So we start to warm up the body, get the heart rate pumping. And we'll change direction. So find what feels good, find what feels right. You can mix up that direction. Great, and we'll bring the hands to the sides. Step out to the long edge of your mat. Come into a nice wide-legged stance here. Toes pointing to that long edge. Feet parallel. Great. From here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and bring the opposite hand to the opposite toes. So you might need to bend the right knee to bring the right hand down to the left foot. And then the same with the other side. Or you might choose to keep the legs straightened as you come down. Right, inhaling, coming up. Exhale. Exhale, inhale to come up. So dynamic stretching. Again, you can go at your own pace. Move with your rhythm, with your breath. Yeah. Come on, you got this. We're just warming up now. You can feel that heat start to build in the body. Maybe you're even starting to sweat. Keep the breath nice and deep and consistent. I should really call this class like a hybrid class, training and yoga. So this is definitely not going to be traditional. But that's because the goal's different, right? Today we're looking at getting the body moving and really working towards strength and heart health. Great. Great, we'll do one time on each side again, just to even everything out. Bring the arms up. Let all that blood flow down to the heart from the hands. And exhale, release the hands. Feel the prana coming back through into the fingers. Cool. From here, we're going to come into nice side squats. So you can bring the hands into the heart, palms together. Ooh, my heart rate's already up from doing that. Great. When you're ready, we're going to turn out the toes just slightly, perhaps facing towards the corner of the mat. And we'll inhale in the center. Exhale to bend the right knee. Bring the right knee over the toes. Great. Inhale to come to center. Exhale to bend the left knee. Don't have to come very low. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. And move at your own pace. So really warming up the knees here. And also starting to stretch the inner thighs. Great, one more on each side. And come back to center. Cool, we'll walk the feet together and we're going to step to the back of the mat. If you need to grab some water, go ahead. So today we're going to do a reverse sun salutation, or you can think of it as a broken down sun salutation. So we'll come to the back of the mat, feet can be under the hips, and we'll inhale to lift the arms forward and up. Exhale to create a soft bend in the knees, keep the spine nice and straight as we float down to our first forward fold of the practice. You can allow the head to hang down, relax the neck, relax the back. Cool, inhale to come into a halfway lift. And exhale to bend the knees. We'll walk the hands forward and come into our first plank. Great. From here, we're going to bring that right knee up towards the chest. Cool. We're just going to squeeze that right heel towards the hip. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and stepping back to plank. Great, you got this. We're going to come into a side plank on the left side. Turn onto the outer edge of the left foot. Nice and strong in the core, nice and strong in that arm as we lift the right arm up. Great. If this is a bit too much for you, like it is for me today, you can drop that left knee down. Cool. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll return the right hand to the mat. We come back to your plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to bend the elbows, lower all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Cool, lifting the chest off the mat, creating that nice curve in the spine. Exhale, curl the toes under. Keep the core engaged as you move through to downward facing dog. So lifting the hips up towards the sky. You can create a soft bend in the knees here if you need to. But we work on pushing the heels down into the ground. I should say really towards the ground, not into the ground, because it's not going to happen for everyone. Cool, and in our first downward facing dog, we can softly bend one knee after the other, stretching out the hamstrings. Great, we'll bend the knees to look forward. Exhale or inhale, doesn't really matter. We'll walk the hands all the way back to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Great. Release the hands down to the sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bend the knees, walk the hands forward, come into our plank. This time we're going to bring the left knee up to the chest. Squeeze the left heel in towards the buttocks. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Stepping that left foot back, turning onto the outer edge of the right foot this time, and lifting up the left arm for side plank or for half side plank by dropping that right knee. Three, 2, and 1. Bringing the left hand down, stepping back to plank. Great. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana, to lower down into the ground. Inhale, push into the hands. Upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back for downward facing dog. Great, you can keep bending one knee after the other. Stretch out the hamstrings here. Okay, we'll inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale to walk the hands all the way back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way back up. Exhale, hands to the heart. You're doing amazing. Take a moment, close the eyes here. And we'll take a small pause in between the vinyasas. So we're going to come into our second part of the class. We're going to come into a forward lunge. So we're going to do 5 of these on each side and then turn it into a little bit of a flow. So when you're ready, inhaling, exhaling, stepping the left foot forward and lowering the right knee to the ground. Inhaling and stepping back as you exhale. It's going to be a bit difficult. Cool. We'll do 4 of these. Step forward, lower the knee down, step back, inhale. Exhale to step forward, tap the knee and step back, inhale. Exhale to step forward, inhale to step back. Last one, exhale to step forward, inhale to step back. Great. Inhale, exhale to step forward, tap the knee one final time, or inhale, reach the arms up, standing lunge. Exhale, warrior pose. So you might feel some heat in that left leg now. Great. So dropping that right heel down. If you have a line on your mat, you can use that to align the heels. Tuck the tailbone in, engage the core a little bit. Stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, lift that left arm up and back. Right fingertips come down to the thigh. And you can take the gaze to look up. Great. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale to move through warrior and down into your side angle. So place the left elbow on that left knee. The right arm can either reach up in line with the shoulder, if that's accessible to you, or you can send the arm past the ear. And you can look down towards the big toe. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can place the hand on the inside of the leg, or you can use a prop to support your left hand. Breathe deep. Great. We'll inhale to rise all the way back up to our warrior. Exhale, we're going to spiral the hands down. Place the right hand on the inside of the foot. Pivot the hips to face forward. Come up onto those back toes and lift the left arm up. Great. Squeeze and lift. Inhale. Exhale to bring the hand to frame the foot. Great. Step the left foot back to meet the right in plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You are doing awesome. Cool. We're going to inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale to walk the hands all the way back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift the arms all the way back up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Great. From here, you can release the hands down to the sides, or you can place the hands on the hips. And when you're ready, inhale. Exhale to step the right foot forward now. Tap the left knee down. Cool. Step back. Inhale. Exhale to come forward. Inhale to come back. Exhale to come forward. Squeeze the muscles. Inhale to come back. Two more. Exhale to come forward. Inhale to come back. Exhale, forward lunge. Inhale, come back. Exhale, last one. Inhale, come back to your mountain. Great. We'll inhale here. Exhale to step forward. Keep that back knee lifted as you raise the arms above the head. Standing lunge. Great. Final inhale here. Exhale to drop the left heel down and open out to warrior. Great. Inhale to reach the right arm up. Exhale, move through your warrior, and we'll come down to our side angle. Place the right elbow on that right knee. Left arm can go past the ear or can be aligned with the shoulder, up to you. Again, use your props if you need to. Nice and strong in the legs. Squeeze and lift. Great, when you're ready, we'll inhale, come back up to our warrior. Exhale to spiral the hands down, pivot on the back foot, turn the hips to face the front of the mat, and we'll inhale, lift the right arm up. So nice twist. Keep squeezing and lifting with those adductors in the right leg. Great, final inhale. Exhale to frame the foot, place both hands around the foot. And step the right foot back to meet the left in plank. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great. Inhale to bend the knees, look forward. Exhale to push into the mat and walk the hands all the way back. Inhale. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way back up, arms above the head. Exhale, hands come together at the heart. When you're ready, we're going to step out to that long edge of the mat again, just like we did at the beginning. You can turn the big toes in. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to paint a wall in front of you, float down to your wide-legged fold. This is a great time to use your blocks if you have them, or if you have even a cushion. Great, and we're going to place the left hand in front of the face, either on the block or on the mat in front of you. Great, inhale to reach the right arm up. So, twisted, fold. Cool, you should feel a deep stretch on the inner thigh and the left leg. Final inhale here. Exhale to bring the right hand down to where the left hand was, and we'll inhale, lift the left arm up. Breathe deep. Notice the sensation of the stretch. Great. Inhale. Exhale to lower both hands down. Place your block to the side. And we'll place the hands on the hips. Inhale to rise all the way up. Cool. Turn the right heel in, right toes out. Keep the hips facing that long edge of the mat. And we'll send the arms nice and wide. Great. Inhale. Imagine somebody's pulling your right hand. And you can shift the chest forward. Exhale to move down into Trikonasana. So you can place your right hand on the inside of the leg. If you have knee issues and you need to take some pressure off of the knees, you can grab your block and use that to support the right hand. But usually we want to use the obliques to keep us up. Great. Inhale to rise all the way back up to our triangle. Exhale to turn the toes back into center. Hands can come to the heart. Cool. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. We'll place the right hand in front of the face. Inhale to lift the left arm up. Exhale to lower the left arm down. Swap it with the right. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale to lower both hands down. Hands can come to the hips. Inhale to rise all the way back up. We'll turn the left toes out. Left heel comes in. Great, triangle on the left side. Inhale, imagine somebody's pulling that left hand forward and down. Triangle pose. Use the obliques. You can even touch your belly to see if they're on. Breathe deep. And inhale to come all the way back up to center. Exhale, this time we'll bring the hands to the heart and turn both heels in, both toes out. Inhale here, exhale to lower the hips down. Goddess pose. Or God pose. However you identify. Cool. Inhale, open the eyes, straighten the legs. Exhale to bring the toes to heel, and bring the legs back together. We're going to come down onto the mat now. So you can come onto your knee, come down onto the knees for the next part of the class. So I think it's a little bit complicated to try and identify yoga postures with typical exercise modes and exercise techniques. For example, it's hard to say that what we just did was aerobic versus anaerobic. But in my mind, that's how I designed this class, was to be a more aerobic kind of cardio at the beginning and now anaerobic. So What I mean by that is that we're not running around doing everything and the heart's not racing, but in fact, now we're going to increase the capacity of the heart, stretch the muscles of the heart, and send blood into the heart without having to run around and do push-ups and side planks. So once you're on your knees, we'll lift up the hips. Just come to stand on the knees. You can bring the knees under the hips. And for most of us, we're going to want to curl our toes under. If you're more advanced in your back bends, you can, keep the front of the foot flat on the mat. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Imagine somebody's pulling the spine up with a string. Create space with the vertebra as you inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to begin to lean the shoulders and the hands back. So you can place the hands either on the back of the thighs or onto the heels. And you can release the head back as long as you don't have any neck problems. Breathe here. Keep the hips pushed forward. Great. Inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale to uncurl the toes and drop the hips down onto the heels. Cool. We'll come into a nice counter for camel, which is rabbit. So you can place your hands on your heels, and we'll bring the very top of the skull down in front of the knees. Inhale to lift the hips up. Block the elbows. Stretching the upper back. Breathe deep. Enjoy the stretch. Make sure that all the weight of the body is on the legs, not the head. Okay, and we'll release the hips down. Slowly, slowly roll the spine back up to our hero pose. Great. From our hero pose, we're going to come into open cow face. So I'll just turn around so you can see what's going on. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to bring the left hand in between the shoulder blades or as far up the back as we possibly can. Okay. And when you're ready, you can inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale to bend the elbow and start reaching the right hand down the back. Maybe you can touch the fingertips together. If you can't, you can always grab a hold of your clothing and get a nice grip here like this. But ideally, we want to hook the fingers together. Cool. This is very important that you don't force yourself in this posture because you can injure your shoulder. So just be careful. Don't force yourself to grab a hold of the hands if it's not comfortable for you. If this is more comfortable, then do that. Great. So we're in our open cow face on the right side. So you should feel a stretch in the front of the left shoulder and in the tricep of the right arm. Great. Inhale. Option here as you exhale to bring the chest forward and down. Maybe you can place the head on the ground. Great. Inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale to slowly and gently release the arms. Cool. And we'll swap the sides. So this time we can place the right hand as far up the back as possible. Inhale to reach the left arm up. And exhale to bring the hand down the back. As you can see, I'm not as flexible on this side as the other side. So I'm going to do the grabbing of the clothing technique. If you have a yoga strap, that would also be great. But every side of your body is going to be different. And in order to balance it, well, you have to adapt whatever stretch or whatever exercise you're doing to that side. Inhale here. Exhale, option to come forward. And then Great. Inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale to slowly and gently release. Cool. You can shake out the shoulders, shake out the arms if you need to. Great. So now we're going to come down onto the spine. So you can swing the legs forward and slowly lower down onto the spine. Cool. We're going to come into shoulder stand and then a plow. So make sure there's enough space behind you. You might want to shift a little bit further forward. If you've never done a shoulder stand before, I don't advise you trying for the first time ever in your home alone. So if you want to try, perhaps come to one of my Zoom classes, or you can even come to one of my classes in Nice if you live in France. And you know, it's the kind of posture that you can really hurt yourself in if you're not aligned correctly. So please go and see a teacher. So if you have never done a shoulder stand before, I'll give you another option. So you can place your hands in a diamond shape just under the sacrum, just under the lower back. And we'll lift the legs up. This is also a great option for those of us who are menstruating when we're doing our yoga practice instead of coming into a full shoulder stand. Great. So for the rest of us who have done a shoulder stand before, you can follow the steps along with me. We'll bring the elbows nice and close into the body. Bring the shoulder blades flat on the mat. When you're ready, bending the knees into the chest, swinging the legs up, placing the hands on the lower back to start, and then working to bring the hands a little bit further down the back and lifting the hips up, hips in line with the shoulders if we can. Great, so Sarvangasana or shoulder stand is one of the best postures for the heart because we take all of the blood from the lower body and use gravity to push it into the heart, stretching the muscles of the heart, expanding the vital capacity. So it's very important that you breathe deeply here, even though that may seem counterintuitive. Great, we'll come into Halasana or plow. So inhale here, exhale to drop the feet over the head. For those of us not in a shoulder stand, you can just pull the knees into the chest. So you can release the feet over the head. If the toes can touch the ground, you can release the hands down. But if you're here instead of here, then keep the hands on the back, please. Great, breathe deeply. Push the thighs away from the face. Keep the legs as straight as possible. Inhale. Exhale to bend the knees. And slowly, slowly roll the spine down onto the ground. We'll keep the knees bent. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. And you can bring the feet about your hands distance away from the hips. So you should be able to touch the feet with the fingertips. So feet and knees should be in line with the hips. We'll come straight into our counter move. Inhale, lift the hips up, squeeze the buttocks. Bridge pose. You can stay here, or you can imagine pulling the heart towards the throat. Great, we'll release the spine down to the ground and pull the knees into the chest. And you can rock from side to side, massage the back. And so to cool down now, we're going to come into Shavasana. So you can lie down onto the mat. We'll bring the feet nice and wide. Bring the shoulder blades nice and flat onto the ground. And you can place the hands on the belly or by the sides. And we'll just take a few moments here. Breathe. Slow down the heart rate. Breathe and relax. Breathe and relax. When you're ready, you can begin to open the eyes, stretch the body, and we'll bring the knees into the chest, turn over to one side. And you can come up to your seat. Close the eyes for one last time. Bring the hands to the heart. Namaste.